Hi, Dolly friends, Christmas again. I got Chauncey and Megan here, and having them this time is appropriate because I'm reviewing a movie me and my brother Patrick watched last night. It's like the only horror film he can watch right now, and that is sit down. The Finance of Freddy's movie. This is a movie I did not see in theaters, but I watched it with my brother one night when my mom was in the hospital, and me and my brother enjoyed it. He enjoyed it more than I did. I still really love this movie actually, and it's like one of the. It's a Blumhouse. Is it a Blumhouse? Yes, Blumhouse. By the same people who made Megan and Imaginary. And I gotta say, this is better than Imaginary, but not as good as Megan. I like all three Blumhouse films, but I say Imaginary, FNAF, and Megan. They're all three really solid movies, though. I don't get why people didn't like the Imaginary movie. I really enjoyed it. I got Chauncey right here to prove it. So Finance of Freddy's, what is it about? If you haven't heard of Finance of Freddy's, where have you been? It's based on a video game that is extremely popular. It's still being played by gamers to this day. Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, they've all played it. Blasphemous HC, they've all played it. And they made a movie out of it. And they made it PG-13. Yes, it's watered down. Yes, it's weak in terms of the violence. But I had a good old time with it still. Me and my brother fucking loved this movie. I love watching it with him. It's one of the only few horror movies he can actually watch right now. He can't watch any horror stuff anymore right now. But I still enjoy this movie quite a bit. It's basically about this little girl and her big brother, and he's keeping watch of her, and he's basically her caretaker after he got in trouble for beating up dad and his father because they thought they took his brother, his brother, and he's wanting to watch the little girl, him and her live alone. And the father gets. By the way, the father is fucking Josh Hutcherson. He does a pretty good job in this movie. So he gets a job. He doesn't have enough money, so he wants to go to get a job. And gets a job, and Matthew fucking Lillard shows up for him to get a job at this pizza place called Freddy's. And he can only stay there, and he can stay there all night until I forget until when, but and these animatronics come to life, and they start wreaking havoc. Now, this movie does not have any violent or horrifying images, but it's still a fun ride. I mean, the little girl, yeah, she's no Andy Barkley or anything like that, but she still is really good in my opinion. She's no Abigail or Val McGraw, but she's still really good. The animatronics look amazing. Let's see, you got Freddy, obviously, Chica, Foxy, and Bonnie. And you get this side plot where there's these people who are trying to take down the place, but they end up being killed, which is probably the whole body count is those people right there. And there's a scene where somebody gets bitten in half by Freddy. There's a scene where Chica's cupcake eats somebody's face. Somebody gets killed off screen. Like the death scenes are pretty cool, but they're not bloody or horrific as you think they are. Like when the coyote's eating the guy's face, it's the camera is so far away you can barely see what's going on. And when the girl gets bit in half, you can barely see it's a shadow. But they're well done. Leave it to your imagination. And then there's a scene where the Vanessa, the police officer, comes in, and she basically tells Hutcherson to let her say, and his sister and him basically stay all night. You get Michael Lillard at the end. I'm not gonna say much of this movie because there's not much to talk about. I'm not gonna spoil the ending of this movie either. I didn't spoil the ending to Megan. I'm not gonna spoil the ending to this or the twist. But let's just say Michael Lillard makes another appearance. He's not in the movie enough, but he's still really good in this movie. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say. There is a weird scene where they're building a fort, and it's kind of a childish type thing, but it's cute. It's harmless. But yeah, this movie isn't perfect, but what movie is? No movie. Every movie in this world, no matter what the movie is going to have its flaws. But it's a fun film. This and Willy's Wonderland would be a great double feature for anybody. The acting's great, the effects, the animatronics are great. Yeah, it's a little slow at times, but I don't care because it's Five Nights at Freddy's. It's not Shakespeare or anything. The little girl does a really good job. This Hutcherson is probably the best actor in this movie. Him and Michael Lillard. And it's just a fun movie. It's fun to watch with your little brother or your partner or your best friend or your girlfriend, and just get freaked out by it. But yeah. Especially, as I'm going to say, there are other things that happen in this movie that I don't want to spoil if you haven't seen it. It's still a new movie, so. But yeah. Not as good as Megan, better than Imaginary, but I really enjoy all three. Where would you rank all the three Blumhouse movies? Megan, Imaginary, and Five Nights at Freddy's. I love all three of them, but which one would you like better? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care. And let me know what you think of Five Nights at Freddy's. I love the movie. I played the game a couple times, so I'm familiar with it. But yeah. With that said, thank you for watching. Take care. And me, Megan, and Chauncey will see you all next video. Peace out, my ghouls. Bye.